Awesome. All right, now we're live, baby. Woo! All right.
Here we go.
I'm loving this Hangout thing, by the way. So the really cool thing about this is that people are watching this live on YouTube, people who've been invited. And, today one of the biggest things that I get, man, I'm loving this thing, is, they want to know how to talk to agents. You there?
I am. I want to learn how to talk to agents too. Let's do it.
So in terms of talking to agents, if you don't know how to talk to agents, you're going to miss out on the potential business that's out there. Now, Tom, did you know? Now you're a wholesaler, right? You've been wholesaling for how long?
I've been wholesaling for 2 years.
Okay, and how many of those deals are from private sellers?
Almost all of them are from private sellers. I've got some from some property managers, and I've got some for some agents, and mostly no short sale.
So give me a percentage of the deals that you've done from private sellers.
95%.
Okay. Now here's the crazy thing. What percentage of transactions happen with real estate agents versus private sellers? And if you don't know, say you don't know.
I don't know. I'd have to look into it, but there's a few agents.
Okay, 90% of all real estate transactions happen with a real estate transaction. So if you're telling me that all of your deals have happened from just the private seller market, then you're missing out on 90% of the business. Now, if you're a wholesaler out there and you're like, whoa, wait a minute, well, there's no way I could ever deal with a real estate agent because I'm getting the property for so low. Oh, get your head out of the sand, baby, because they are there. And that's why we clean up the market, all right? So let me start with this, is that there's a certain amount of people who will not do business with you, okay, because they're represented by an agent, okay, and that's fine, right? But there's also a huge group of people out there who want to sell their house fast, who want a convenient sale, who want it done in 7 days, who don't want to make repairs and don't want people walking through their house, right? Privacy is a huge thing, right? And one of the biggest reasons why people sell us their house is embarrassment, right? And they don't want to repair. And so if I haven't convinced you to use agents on our previous trainings, I hope this will. All right. So this is not going to focus on private sellers, which, by the way, should be the cornerstone of your business, right? But working with agents is huge, because the portion of people who want the benefits of working with us, right, but also the safety of working with an agent. Maybe they've gotten 10 postcards from you, but they're not going to call you because they feel lost in the process, and then an agent who's on their side, right? And just because we're not offering the best price doesn't mean they don't want to do business. There's a lot of parts of the real estate transaction, right? There's, whether it's all cash, right? There's the amount of the earnest money deposit. There's, inspection contingencies, and, title and escrow. And if you can offer all those things in exchange for a lower price, well, then you're going to open yourself up to those people. Does that make sense?
Perfect sense.
Okay. So the biggest thing with an agent, there's 3 things that you really got to know. And by the way, today's call, we are going to wrap up right at half an hour from the start, okay? So we're going to keep this power-packed. The first thing when you talk to an agent is you have to be confident, right? You got to have your chest out, right? Your head high, and I don't care if you're on the telephone, which you will be, right? Looking good, baby. They sense that body language, right? And when you have an agent, they want someone who's going to close the deal. Because if you don't close, you're going to look like an idiot, and you're going to make them look like an idiot, more importantly. So you got to have confidence. And if you don't have confidence, you know what? Here's a little trick that one of my friends, Rob Cunningham, does. And this guy is an amazing real estate agent. He gets up, dressed up in a suit every morning at 6 o'clock, okay? And he puts on his tie, and he tightens it up like this and looking good. And he puts on his suit, right? And he says his affirmations, and he looks in the mirror, and you're the man. You're awesome. You can do this. Nobody's better than you, right? And he gets himself ready. Now, it seems silly, right? But looking in the mirror, you see how you sound, right?
Sure.
Right? So just now, I caught myself. I was like, yeah, Tom, you really want to deal with agents. And all of a sudden, I was like, back straight, head up, right? Be the warrior. Agents love somebody who can talk with confidence and who knows they're going to close the deal. So the first thing that you got to be, and if you're a natural-born salesperson, you're going to do this naturally. And if you're not, right, well, then you're going to have to learn how to do it. But everyone has different levels and confidence that they can speak to. So you have to be focused on speaking with confidence. That's the first thing. The second thing that you have to be able to do, Tom, is get right to the point, right? You don't need to sit there and build a huge amount of rapport, although you can a little bit, but you want to get right to the point that you are a real estate investor and that you are looking for deals.
Okay, so no rapport building like with the motivated sellers.
You can do some reporting, rapport building, but keep it quick and get to the point. Does that make sense? So, and if you're going to do rapport building, if you sense like you have something on the line, build some rapport, but you have to make it very clear that you're an investor and you're looking to buy properties for cash. Okay, so this is where we're going to do the first role play. Okay, now pretend like I've trained people in agent deal domination. That's our course to teach people how to basically get deals from agents. Okay, that's agent deal domination. And the first thing I say is use our script to introduce myself. Okay, and we use actually a secret source to find those agents, right? One of them is using Craigslist to speak out to you. So I'm going to reach out to you. Pretend like you are you have a pocket listing. Now, a pocket listing is a deal in which the seller has given you permission to sell the property and list the property, so you can collect both sides of the commission. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Okay, so pretend like you're that person. You put that ad on Craigslist. Now, Tom, why did you put that ad on Craigslist?
Because I'm an aggressive agent and I wanted to find a buyer.
Right. Now, here's the thing. Why didn't you put that on the MLS?
Because I want to get a double commission.
Right. So if all of a sudden all these offers come in, high offers come in from investors, right, that you're not representing, you're going to legally have to present that to the seller, right?
Got it.
Right. So now if you put that on Craigslist, right, you know that most likely it's going to be investors calling you or homeowners calling you so that you can double end it, right? Buy commission, sell commission. 6% baby. Woo! All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna feed into your greed.
Okay. Got it. You ready?
All right. I'm ready. Okay. Ring ring.
Hi, this is Tom.
Hey Tom, Todd Toback from Get It Done House Buyers. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you, Todd?
Good. Hey, I'm on Craigslist and I'm looking for some investment property. I noticed you got something that looks good on 1231 Main Street in El Cajon. Can you tell me more about it?
Oh, sure. You saw the house on Main Street. Okay, great. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Uh-huh.
It's right on Main Street, so it's downtown. It's in great condition.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking for a buyer.
Okay. Tom, if I could pay all cash and close quickly and we could have a super fast escrow, would you be willing to represent us on the property?
I would be.
Okay. Tom, is this something that I can make money on?
Well, sure. I think it's a great deal. I mean, the seller gave us a great deal on it, so we're looking for a fast close.
Okay.
And I'm looking for a buyer now.
Mm-hmm. Can you share with me why the seller's looking for a fast close, Tom?
Oh, the reason for them selling?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why is that important?
I'd like to get an idea, maybe, if the seller's hiding anything about the property. I usually like to know, everything about the situation, or maybe if there's a spouse or something going on. I just want to make sure there's no challenges to the title and things like that.
Yeah, no, the title is fine, and they're just moving, but you shouldn't have any issues with title.
Okay. Anything else I should know about the situation? Again, I just like to know the entire, everything that's going on with a property, and as you being the agent, I should, really get as much information as possible.
Sure. Well, Todd, just between us, they're getting a divorce, and they need to sell the property.
Okay. Thank you. And by the way, I'll keep that confidential, Tom. I surely respect that.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Time out. Right? Do you see how you tried to stonewall me initially with the problem?
Right.
Right? And that's where 95% of the people did. By the way, I could tell you've talked to agents.
I have.
Now all of a sudden, right? But you're my agent. I just want to know everything that's going on. And you just, boom, I just ask again. You said, hey, tell me about the divorce. Now I know that there's something going on. Now all of a sudden it's heating up and I'm getting excited.
Okay, awesome.
Does that make sense? All right.
Makes perfect sense.
Okay, now Tom, I'm going to look this up. Okay, what are they asking for the property, Tom?
They're asking 465.
465. Okay, when the property's all fixed up and it's clean and everything, what do you think it'll sell for?
Todd, I ran some comps. I think the ARV, there's one right next door to it that someone fixed up, and that one sold for 525.
525. I'll tell you what, Tom, if that one sold for 525 and I got to buy this one at 465, I can't make any money. Do you think the seller's flexible in their asking price?
Well, sure, make me an offer.
Okay, Tom, I'm taking a look at it, run my numbers just on something that'll sell for 565. Probably the most I could pay is $400,000. Would that be a deal killer?
That's pretty low. Have you seen that there's not a lot of inventory out there right now?
I know there's a lot of inventory, but if you want a fast close, it's going to have to be an investor, right? If it's going to be an investor, I'm going to have to be able to make money.
Well, I mean, sure, make me an offer. I can always present it to them. Who knows what they're going to say.
Okay, Tom, if I came in at $400,000, would you fight for me to get accepted if I sent you a proof of funds, a testimonial from a real estate agent, okay, saying what a great buyer we are, okay, and also all of our corporation information and everything ready to close?
Sure, I would.
You would?
Absolutely.
Okay, do you see how at $400,000, that's the only way I can make money?
Well, what are you planning on doing with the property, Todd? Do you flip them?
Yeah,
because I have some other properties that maybe you could take a look at.
Okay, I would love to take a look at others and have you represent us on those. But let's focus on this one for now.
Okay.
Okay, on this property, right, if someone were going to fix it, you said they want a fast close, right?
They do.
And the property's not ready just to sell retail?
It's not. It needs some new flooring, and the kitchen is the original kitchen from 1965.
Okay, so a property like that, how many square feet?
That's 2,800.
Yeah, so on a property like that, it's going to need at least $60,000 worth of repairs, Tom.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So by the time you take 525, you minus 60,000 for repairs. That's like 460, right? And by the time I sell the property and all the repairs and the closings and everything like that, obviously there's got to be able to profit and also got to get paid for my risk.
Sure, that makes sense.
Sure, Tom. So when you talk to the seller.
Todd, I lost you there. I'm sorry.
So when you talk to the seller, can you bring up those numbers?
Sure, absolutely. I'll tell him you're an investor and what you're looking to do, and that seems to make sense to me.
Okay, great. So what time are you going to talk to him?
Well, it's 4 o'clock now. We can go ahead and if you're going to send all that paperwork and the offer, we can do that before end of day today.
Okay, Tom, I won't send you an offer. Okay, what I can do is I can send you a letter of intent. Okay, and all those testimonials for you, our BBB recommendation, our corporation information, and then proof of funds.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Then I'll get that over. I'll get it right over to him.
Okay, sounds great. I'll send that over, and then what time should we speak?
Why don't we circle back up again tomorrow morning?
Okay, I have an 8 o'clock available or a 9:30. Which one would you prefer?
How about 9:30?
Okay, sounds good. Stop.
Great.
Okay, now what did I do just there?
You kept the line tight.
I kept that line tight, baby. Woo! Okay. Now, one thing I remember about Tom, and I love working with you, man, is that we used to live on the water. We used to, that was like our thing. We used to fish, and me and Tom loved to fish together. Except for that one time I got a hook. It was a lure stuck in his scalp. Okay, but besides that, we had a great time. Besides that, we had a great time, right? But anyone knows anything about flounder or bluefish or bass? When you got a big fish on the line, you've got to keep that line tight, right? Or else it's going to go all over the place, and their tail's going to cut the line, and they're going to be gone. But I kept you exactly in the direction that I did. I kept asking you questions. I kept bringing you back exactly where I wanted you to go. Okay. One thing I love to do to speed up the sales process, Tom, is saying he said he was going to meet with them at 6 o'clock. Right. So what I did is, you notice how I gave you 2 times that we would meet tomorrow.
Okay, I lost you again. I lost the audio.
So do you know how I recommended to you, right, that I was going to meet you at 2 times tomorrow? So I said 30.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense, yes.
So instead of saying let's circle back tomorrow, I'm not sitting there waiting for a phone call, being like, please call me, right? That's pathetic, right? Instead, we made an appointment at 9:30, and if you don't show, right, either I know that you're not interested, and working together, or you forgot, but at least I know that we're on the same direction.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Now, what I might do is I say, Tom, by the way, you mentioned some other properties. Do you have anything hot that you know I can make money on?
Okay.
Right? And that's how I build the relationship. I attack, right? If you don't have anything. Now you were you were like the perfect pocket listing agent, right? You didn't bring anything else up. You wanted that, you didn't give me the you're going to be competing with everybody else talk.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So that was step one. That was great. And a lot of our deals go that way.
Okay.
One of the things that we talk about at Agent Deal Domination, right, is that you will not compete, right? If you have to compete, walk away. It's a total time killer, and that's where most people will get excited. You have a sales rep or yourself, and you have an agent saying, "I have a great deal, I have a great deal," and then you get so excited, and then you find that you're competing with 20 other people. And if you're competing with 20 other people, guess what?
You're not going to get the deal.
You're not going to get the deal because you're not going to be the highest. We're not in the high price business, right? We're in the convenience business. And as soon as you can talk like that and bleed that and tell agents, yes, I can do this, but it's going to be convenient, and I'm not competing, then you'll make money because you got to blow through the deals, right? That aren't a fit. Okay, so now I want you to pretend like you put that deal on Craigslist, and also you're going to put it on the MLS.
Okay.
Right? And some of the language that they use is, well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you first.
I'll give you first. What was that?
First crack at it.
Okay.
Like I'll give you first crack at the property, or like I'll give you first look, or let me know what I can do, right? And then I'll compare that to my other investors, right? So use that language. Now, most people, what they do is they think they're going to try to sneak past the agent, and think that they're going to be the highest, but we're not. We're not. So as soon as you can accept that, that's when you make money.
Got it.
Got it? So be that agent, and I'll show you how I handle it. Okay?
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay.
Ring, ring.
This is Tom.
Hey, Tom. Todd Toback here. I'm looking at your ad on Craigslist, 1231 Main Street. Looks like a nice little fixer there.
It sure is. Yeah.
Tom, is it a good deal? Can I make money from it?
I think it is. Yeah, I think we put it competitively priced. Would you like to see it?
Okay. Tom, if I could pay all cash, close quickly, provide you proof of funds, and also a letter of a testimonial from another agent that we work together, would you be willing to represent us in the transaction?
If you ultimately purchase it, yeah, absolutely. I would love to.
Okay. Absolutely. Tom, what do you think the buyers, sellers would take if I could pay all cash and close quick?
Well, right now we're asking $400,000.
You're asking $400,000.
Right.
Okay. And what do you think it would be worth all fixed up?
Well, I'll tell you what. Have you seen the property?
I have not seen the property yet.
Okay.
But I look online. I can pretty much pay exactly what I can say by the address and by the internet.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you it's in a great part of town. It's right on Main Street. It's right downtown, and it's in pretty decent shape. And we just put it out there, and we already got a lot of phone calls on it. So, you tell me, would you like? I can have you see it, or if you just want to make an offer, that's fine. It sounds like you have a system there to make offers.
So you are dealing with investors on the property.
I'm sorry?
So you are dealing with some other investors on the property.
I am. Well, I've had a few people call me. I don't know if they're investors, but they're certainly interested.
Okay, Tom. One thing I will tell you, we would love to have you represent us, by the way. Okay, but one thing we specialize is in a fast close, okay, and quick cash for the seller. Okay, and we don't ask for any repairs. Okay, so we won't get into a competitive bidding situation on a deal like this. Basically, we got to be the only one dealing with a seller, because I can tell you right now, we're probably not going to be the highest. We will be the best, but we won't be the highest.
Okay. Okay, yeah, on this one, I don't know if this is a good fit for you because we've already got some interest. Right now inventory is so low that we're finding that it's kind of affecting the offers that we're looking at.
Okay, so Tom, are you telling me that if I won't compete?
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you take a look at the property and we can kind of go from there. It does need a little bit of work. It's in pretty good shape. But it's not turnkey.
Okay. Tom, again, I like to have a very, very, open relationship with you. Maybe we can't do business on this property, but maybe it could be another. But again, if we're going to be competing, it's just something that we won't do because we probably won't be the highest.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, we already have a few people who were pretty interested. I think that they're going to be making offers at asking.
Okay, sounds good. Tom, if you have anything else where you need a fast close, right? You just want to deal with one buyer, will you call me?
Sure, absolutely. Yes, text me over your phone number to this number, and I'll definitely keep you in my list.
All right, sounds good. Is it okay if I follow up with you weekly or monthly?
That would be fine. Yeah.
Okay, if I send you a text message every now and then?
No problem at all.
All right. Thanks, Tom. Looking forward to doing business.
All right, Todd. Thanks again.
Okay, boom. Okay. Tell me what you noticed.
Well, you pulled away.
Mm-hmm.
You were reluctant. I think that the inventory question is that something that's coming up a lot for me now. So if I get agents, they say, well, inventory's low and prices are going up, and
oh yeah, all the time. And sometimes they say there are no more deals out there. If there are no deals out there, you investors, you can't pick up any properties. I'm just like, whatever. Snooze alert. And that's why they make $50,000 a year.
Right, absolutely.
Or less. Actually, that's why the average agent makes like $18,000. Now that's not bad. It's just with that mindset, that's where you end up, right?
Sure.
Okay, so now pretend. By the way, like now pretend like I'm going to. I disqualified you in that scenario, but now I'm going to try to turn you, right, to see if they won't give us an exclusive.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, so I'm going to go from. Okay, Tom, can I make any money by buying this property?
Absolutely. This is a great deal.
All right. Tom, I heard you mention that you have some other people, other investors that you're looking at the property. One of the ways I buy property, Tom, is offering convenience, right? I can tell you we're not going to be the highest, and if we have to compete, okay, we're not going to be able to get involved in this property. Are you telling me that if I can't compete, we can't do business?
No, I would suggest, let's take a look at it, make an offer, make your offer, and we'll go from there.
Okay, Tom, usually with an ARV of around 565, that inventory is going to move a little bit slower. Okay, so probably the highest I can offer is 390.
390, okay. Well, we can go ahead and make the offer and get me over your letter of intent, and we'll bring it to the seller, and we'll see what he says. Okay,
Tom, so you write it up for me. Okay, let me ask you this. Will you sell? You're going to be representing us, right?
Oh, yes.
Right, and so you're going to work your hardest for me as you representing yourself as my agent?
As hard as I can.
Okay, sounds great. So when you go there, I know we're not going to be the highest price. Can you sell the fact that this is ultra convenient, that they're not going to have a million people tracing through their properties, that they're not going to have to make any repairs, and that we can get this deal closed in 7 days?
Sure, I'd be happy to do that, yeah.
Right. Hey, by the way, if you got that done, you made double commission, how would you look in front of the seller?
Oh, it would be great. They're looking for a fast close, so I think we can, at least talk to them and see where we go from there.
Sure. Tom, by the way, one thing about after you close here that a lot of agents forget is that if you get them $10,000 more or $20,000 more, they may talk about you, but if you offer the fastest and easiest service, what will they say about you?
I think they'd love it, and I think that these guys would be a good referral for me.
Right. If it falls out of escrow, what are they going to say about you?
It won't be good.
Right. Do they blame the buyer or the agent?
Agent. Been there, done that.
All right. Tom, I know I'm giving you a hard time here, but I know we can get the deal done at 390. Happy, we'll be happy. Will you submit it to them tonight as the only offer?
Well, it's 4:30 now. Yeah, that's fine. We can put it together now. I have time to do that.
All right, sounds good. If they reject it, I understand. Other offers may come in later. I understand that, but for now, can you get it in first? And that way, we're the only offer they're looking at.
Sure, let's do it.
All right, Tom. Thank you so much for working so hard.
Terrific, thanks, Todd. I'm looking forward to working with you.
Hey, you got anything else hot that I can make an offer on?
Right now, I don't. I have a few things in my pipeline though, so I'll certainly keep you posted.
Okay, so you're going to talk to them what time?
Well, we're going to put it together, and I'll try to get to them in about 30 minutes.
Okay, so I'll send you out all that information. Okay, you write up the offer. Okay, I'll sign it, and then why don't we either talk tomorrow 9 or 10:30? Which one works best for you?
How about 9?
Sounds good. Talk to you then.
Terrific. Looking forward to it.
Okay. Am I scared to offend you in any way?
No.
No, I'm telling you exactly what I want.
Right.
Right. A lot of new people, they're so scared, right? It's so scared to not ask for it. You got to ask for the business. They may say, "What? There's no way I'm going to not present my client with 15 offers. Are you crazy? I'm going to lose my license for that." No, they're not. The issue, if it's the only offer, they could present that. Now, if they have multiple offers sitting in their laps, of course they have to present that, right? But I'm not asking to do that. I'm asking them to sell me.
Got it. Yeah, that's awesome.
Let me see here if we have any Q&A, by the way. So I'm going to open up the Q&A. What's going on, Daniel? I got some people making some comments here. So feel free to ask some questions here. By the way, I got that open here on the right-hand side. But again, we got about 5 minutes left. I'm having a great time here, Tom. We got to do these more often.
Do it. I love it.
So one of the things I talk about is cash buyers, and this is another thing we talk about in agent deal domination. And it's all about how you deal with your cash buyers and tell them how the process works. Many people, when they have a cash buyer, they almost act like they work for that cash buyers. But it should be an equal partnership where you have a buyer and a seller, and you guys are working together to give them inventory, all right? And you are basically their supplier. Right, so most people, they get a property under contract, and what they do is they call the first cash buyer and then take that offer. And you can do that, but my only problem with that is, often you want to taking less for the property, but it's also chaotic, right? Because now the next buyer says, "Well, how come you didn't tell me about that deal?" Right? And the other buyer's like, "Well, Tom, I can't see it at this time. It's no fair," and it becomes almost like you're dating these people.
Right.
Have you ever felt like a cash buyer was your girlfriend?
100%.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Yeah.
Seriously. Except for one gives you money and the other one spends you money, but same thing, right?
Yeah, no, it's absolutely true. I mean, we just in my business, we just made that change, and it's been fantastic to be able to leverage these deals. From more on the other side. All
right. So here's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to tell you about a property. Okay. And what I'm doing that we call the feeding frenzy method, and I teach that in agent deal domination, where I'm going to tell you about a property, and I'm going to set the expectation that the highest and best offer will get it.
Got it. Okay. So I'm the buyer. I'm the cash buyer.
I'm a cash buyer. Okay. Ring ring.
You're the cash buyer, or I am?
I'm the investor, and you're the cash buyer. Ready? Okay. Ring, ring.
Go ahead. This is Tom?
Hey, Tom. Todd Toback here over at Get It Done House Buyers. How's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Good. Hey, Tom, I got a hot property over here on 1231 Main Street. Hey, by the way, thank you so much for buying that property over in Claremont. I really appreciate that. I got another one for you on 1234 Main Street.
Oh, great. Okay, true. Yeah, I saw the email. That looks great.
Yeah. Okay. So what I can do is I can show it to you.
I'm losing your audio, Todd.
Tom, I could show it to you at 2 o'clock. It's a great deal. Will you be there?
2 o'clock today?
2 o'clock today.
Well, I'll tell you what. I just saw it. I'm right in the neighborhood. Can I go? Are you around? I'd like to take a look at it right now.
I can't do it. Actually, it's locked up, and the only time I can get you on the inside is at 2 o'clock tomorrow.
2 o'clock today. Okay, yeah, because it's right in my wheelhouse, so I'd like to see it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to come all the way back.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to drive by. You're more than welcome to do that. I just can't get you in until tomorrow at 2.
Okay. Is it occupied or is it vacant?
It's vacant, but it's severely locked. It's heavily locked and bolted.
Yeah, 2 o'clock is fine. That's not a problem.
Okay. Then I'll see you tomorrow at 2. Tom, by the way, my assistant will be there. Same rules as always. Okay, cash or hard money only. It's going to be a 7-day close, $5K deposit, and we're going to accept the highest and best offer.
Oh, you're accepting the highest best offer on this?
Yeah, we're accepting the highest and best offer.
Okay. All right. Terrific. Yeah. So, because on the last one we did, I think, I was running to the title company to drop off the deposit. So, have you guys changed that?
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Okay.
Last property, I remember we were asking 190,000. I remember I think you told me you could only pay 185. Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah. So we take our asking price or the best offer, whichever's higher.
Okay. Yeah, they're doing that to me right now on the short sales, and the REOs are taking the highest and best offer.
Yeah. So sometimes we get less, sometimes we get more. Just like sometimes you pay less and sometimes you pay more.
Okay, all right, terrific. Well, yeah, I'm interested in. I mean, this is definitely, it's right in my wheelhouse. This is what I'm looking. I'm looking for another property. We just rehabbed and sold the last one. So yeah, we'll take a look tomorrow, 2 o'clock.
Tomorrow, 2 o'clock. I'll see you there, Tom.
Terrific. Looking forward to it.
Can I handle that?
Yeah, easy.
Easy schmeezy. All right, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap up for today. Let me know what you thought about this role play. Okay, everything that we talked about is from Agent Deal Domination. If you have more questions, send them out. But man, I had a great time with Tom. I think we always role play well, and then we'll go from there. By the way, I had someone say that Alex says he hired an acquisition manager to handle private seller deals as well as go after pending sales on the MLS. But he's swamped on the private seller side of the business. He's a rock star. And this is something that we talked about in Agent Deal Domination. And Alex, by the way, I didn't forget about you. I was away on vacation, so we'll get to you. But in my opinion, when you're doing this, you can learn how to do it yourself. But you need somebody exclusively dealing with agents. You notice the way that I talked to you, Tom, had nothing to do with the way that we talk with private sellers. You need someone who's going to be a killer and barracuda, and someone who knows how to deal that, gets to the point, and really, direct those agents. The very, very so. Alex, it looks like you better get your hiring shoes on, my man. I'm glad that you're crushing private sellers, but it's definitely time to hire for the motivated sellers. Hope that is clear. You guys rock. Tommy, thank you for being our guinea pig, and I'll talk to you guys next time.
See you, Todd.